They're doing some construction here at producer Katie's apartment studio. Not studio apartment. Don't call it a studio apartment. It's an apartment studio. You know what I mean?
Like some decorative, like maybe a light fixture or something.
No, I don't. They're like roofing, or they're like on top of the roof. So if you hear weird noises, that's what that is. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm sorry, everybody. But also, I wanted to make myself feel better, so I put this picture in my background of Richard Sherman, against the Niners.
Seems like yesterday.
Where were you in that moment of the tip? The tip of the world.
Where was I? I have no idea. That's crazy.
How many tequilas you think?
I wasn't wise in my drinking phase at that point. I wasn't put on the tequila yet.
Well, it was at the very end of the game. I mean,
Yeah, that's probably why. Yeah.
I remember I was in my house. I was, standing up at the TV. Colin Kaepernick, right? He drops back. Yeah. Lays it towards what was Crabtree. Yeah, Crabtree. Oh my God. And Richard, the way he went up and like pirouetted.
Wow, I remember more than you do, and I don't remember anything.
The way he pirouetted though, like that move. I mean, it's just, dude, it was like written in a Hollywood script to be shot for NFL films. It was so beautiful. Well, the one hand, the kind of no look.
As amazing as it was, if there's not a hustling Malcolm Smith to the ball.
Oh, of course.
We don't know what the finish is.
Of course. I knew this had to be a U.S.
Shout out to the Trojan MVP of that Super Bowl.
Is this because Richard went to Stanford? Is that what's going on?
A little bit. And I want him to sign back, and he still hasn't signed back.
Well, we might
come back home, Sherm.
By the time this episode airs, he might be a Buccaneer, my friend.
What? Get out of here.
Yep. Visiting the Buccaneers this week. So I don't know. By the time we're recording this, I don't know, but he might be taking his pirouettes to Tampa Bay.
That would be unfortunate.
And
I guess we'll start the show.
And Earl Thomas is out there somewhere too. Remember that?
Oh, I remember that little guy. What a beast.
He's somewhere. Yeah. I guess we should play the theme song. Yeah,
let's go.
All right, let's do it.
Let's get this crowd going now. Come on, get him up, get him up, get him up.
Hawks on three. 1, 2, 3. Lofa Tatupu is up in the mix.
Go Hawks.
I'm just about that action, boss.
Takes the snap. He's going to throw down the middle. What a catch.
It's intercepted by Lofa Tatupu.
Holy catfish.
Hey, that's great football now.
It's going to work now. Let's keep playing.
Who's got my back?
I got your back.
That's Lofa. A player. Triple plant. Thunder. On one ready. Play.
Russell looking.
Go Hawks.
Russell scrambling.
Go Hawks.
Pump faking.
Go Hawks.
Still looking. Now he spins out.
We got a fly, baby.
40, down the far sideline. He's still moving. He's going to go.
20, 10. They do it again. Touchdown. 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 Seahawks.
It's the Seahawks podcast on the Bleav Sports Network and Drink.tv. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. That's not thunder you hear over my head. Our the producer's apartment is being roofed right now over my head. So if you hear rumbling, that's what that is. Or it's also just me grumbling still about the Seahawks and all that stuff. I mean, I'm grumpy, Lofa. I'm still grumpy, but we have a new week to talk about and a new game to talk about. On this episode, everybody, Lee Steinberg, friend of the show, Super Agent Lee Steinberg, was going to stop by. We had some scheduling stuff, so we'll get him later on the next one. I wanted to talk to him about NILs and stuff like that, but we'll do that a different time. This episode, it's all about the Santa Clara 49ers. I'm Seahawks superfan Brett Davern. He's Lofa Tatupu. What's up, buddy?
He's not wrong, folks. He's not wrong.
I just, why not? We got to troll him a little bit, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
We're going to get into our predictions for the game coming up this weekend as we head on down there to take them on. Speaking of predictions, find our game day post on Instagram. On Instagram. Every Seahawks game day, intern Brian puts a post out there on Instagram, and if you guys predict the actual final score, the correct outcome for that upcoming Seahawks game, you got to get your comment in there before kickoff, everybody. And if you nail it perfectly, we will buy you an authentic Seahawks jersey. So enter our final score prediction challenge. You can also hit us up on the email and all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. Lofa, we were going to talk to Lee, but instead, and I didn't put this in the rundown, but let's just talk about identity for a second, man, because I think this is the week that this team must try to figure out who they are. Do you agree?
I do.
Okay. Let's talk about that some more. I mean, what does that really mean? Like, how does a team go about doing that? Because for this team, it's like, preseason, it's like we're going to run the ball, we're going to play defense, we're going to play action, we're going to get rid of the ball quick, and then they come out and they do none of that.
Yeah.
And it's like, how does, I guess let's start easy. How does a team even establish an identity to begin with? Is that something that's organic, or is that something that happens in the meeting rooms? Take us through that.
I mean, just on strengths alone, like where are you heavily invested? Right. And so, I think back to like even Atlanta when I was there for a year. You looked around. I mean, you had Roddy White, Tony Gonzalez, Julio Jones, and then you had there was two other, Harry Douglas. You had like 5 receivers, so you're gonna throw the ball. And when they have to schematically double some of these guys, Julio had to be doubled, or it's going to be hell for whatever offense. Tony required your best coverage safety or linebacker, so you got to get creative on defense to stop an offense like that. So you're going to see a lot of 6 or 7-man fronts or box, the people that are within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. And anybody can run on that. Anybody can run on 6 and 7-man fronts. And so if they commit an 8th defender, bring the safety down, you got one-on-one outside, one-on-one with Tony. So their identity, even though they love to run the ball, they would run it based off of the look they got. Matt Ryan would check into whatever. He's like, all right, well, this is what they're giving us. We're going to take what they give us. And then you see some of those running backs go for 15-yard runs. Freeman and then Coleman, those weren't first-round running backs. I think Freeman was a second or third. Coleman was like a 4th. So that tells me the scheme for what they were seeing, they were able to adjust. So that's how you stay balanced, but you have all those weapons. And like right now, as great as Lockett and DKR, we are positioned. You run the ball until you show me someone who could stop us. Mm-hmm. When you got your horse, the workhorse, Carson, who was squatting 700 pounds in the offseason, and we paid him, brought in some new linemen. Show me that you could stop him.
Yeah.
For less than 8 yards to carry, which is what he was averaging at half.
Yeah, man. I want to see them put Nick Ballore in front of him.
Ooh.
I want to see them go old school. And I want to see them run the ball 9 times in a row, like John Madden style. Like just keep pushing the right trigger to flip the play and then push X to run it again.
I'm in.
I'm talking Coach Madden and video game Madden. Go both Maddens on this thing. I-formation, power right, power left, run it 9 times in a row. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like you'll prove something to me as a fan at least. Let's say it doesn't even work. I don't even care at this point.
Yeah.
I want to prove a point. Who are you?
Yeah, but it's it goes hand in hand. And I think from a team standpoint, especially with, the issues we're having on defense too, we got to shorten these games because our defense can't be out there for 70-plus plays every time. And I know some of that's on them. Some of it's on the offense for only having 11, 12 snaps in the second half.
Absolutely.
Like 2 games in a row. So, that's – and then, another thing, and we'll get to when we talk about defenses, where are the turnovers?
Well, okay, this is where I want to go next. And I also want to remind everyone, email us, seahawkspod@gmail.com. What do you think the identity of this team should be, and how do you think they go about establishing it? We want to hear from you, and we'll read your emails on the air too. So hit us up, seahawkspod@gmail.com. Lofa, that's what I want to do, man. Let's flip the script and talk about the defense because we're talking about the offense, but what's the defense's identity, man? Like from my couch, they don't hit people like they used to. They're not flying around like they used to. That juice isn't there.
Yeah, they're tired, which is why we've seen some of the poor mechanics or fundamentals, like people just throwing a shoulder or missing a tackle when they're usually generally one of our best tacklers, like Jamal. That's one of the best tacklers in the game. And for him to, just glide by that guy, just get a piece of him with like the elbow. That's very uncharacteristic of how he plays ball, how we play ball.
Yeah.
So, that goes, I mean, they look tight. They're 11 plays, 15 plays, 12 plays. Those are like the 3 drives in the second half of that last game.
For our offense, you mean, right?
Yeah. So, so you got for our defense. So, 1, we got to get off the field. 9 of 14 on third down. That is not cutting it. And then 2, turnovers. All right. Big hits and turnovers is how the Legion of Boom, the defense in 13, 14, even as late as 17, 18, our plus turnover margin was like +7, +10.
Well, I mean, talking about identity, isn't one of the identities of Pete Carroll teams go get the ball, turnover Thursday or whatever it is, right? I mean, right? You tell us.
That was when I was in college. I played for him a year here too. When I was in college, it's all about the ball. That is all that matters. We're trying to get a minimum of 3 turnovers to put our position. And you looked at it, I think in 2002, I think we were like +17. 2003, we were like +20 or 21. And then 2004, my last year, I think we were +19. Mm-hmm. So when the margin for error is so great, like there were some games that came down to the wire, even when we won. But like you think about it, without those turnovers, we might get blown out.
Yeah.
But that's how much it impacts the game.
Well, I mean, what's up with that? Because the offense is doing their part when it comes to turnovers. They're not turning the ball over, which is good. But the defense, they're not coming up with. I mean, they're not stepping in front of. Is that no demand? Is that dropping back in his zone? Is there a scheme thing?
They're not even
turnovers.
I'm not even concerned about interceptions. But if they do catch it, because we haven't been close enough to somebody to get an interception. So, but if they do catch it, it doesn't mean they have to keep it or hold on to it. It's like, go get the ball, pry their fingers, like nothing dirty, but you just pull those fingers back, peel them back. We'll see how much he wants to hold on to the ball. And like lived off the turnover.
It's an identity thing, though, man. I'm going to go back to that word. Like, far be it for me to call anybody out sitting on my couch, and I understand that I'm a radio guy. But, I mean, Freddie Swain, man, there was a loose ball after Tyler Lockett goes down. That ball's right in front of him. He kind of bends down and then doesn't jump on it. And 2 purple shirts come flying in the screen from nowhere and are jumping all over that ball. And it's like that's what I mean, man. It's a hustle thing. It's an energy thing. It's a identity thing. It's who are you going to be? And it ended up not being a fumble, of course, right? We saw that he was down, but in that moment, the referees called it a fumble, and he's standing right there.
Freddie's he's a heads up player. I think let me give him the benefit of the doubt. I think he saw that knee was down.
All right. I'm just saying we were down by a lot at that point. Body language had changed. And I just, it's concerning as a fan to see that kind of stuff. I notice it.
Well,
I'm sure other fans do too.
And also like, the energy, that we're used to seeing of, like when we get a big hit or, which like I said, you haven't seen a lot of them, but Jamal zooming around there, Bobby with all those tackles, like guys just like, okay, like, just they're tired. It's got to lead me to believe they're tired.
Is it also a rule change thing? Is this just the new NFL? Because I'm watching a lot of games. I don't see the hits and sort of.
It could be.
I mean, there's all this talk of like the new rules with these.
Yeah, the taunting.
I just mean all the like on screen plays and stuff, and all the. There's just so many new rules. Football just looks different than it ever has to my eye, and it seems a little slower.
Yeah, I will say that, and that's what I've heard that a couple times, that even like as a defense, we appear slow. Mm-hmm. And again, they've played almost 220 snaps in 3 games, right? Or 240, something like that. So that's almost 4 full games by the norm when we get in the range of 50 to 60 plays a game. Do you know how exhausting that is?
Yeah.
I do, because in 2008, we did the same thing. we averaged the opposing team averaged 38 minutes a game holding the ball, and we had 22 or whatever it was.
Final record that year?
We were 4-12. We did have 20 guys on IR.
Oh yeah,
not an excuse.
Year, but I'm just saying, it's not good when the numbers are like that.
It is. It isn't. So
yeah, I mean, let us know what.
We'll keep an eye on that.
Let us know what you guys think. Seahawkspod@gmail.com. Let's look specifically, though, now at the game in front of us. Seahawks at Santa Clara on Sunday. I mean, who you got? What are your general thoughts? I mean, the 49ers are 2-1 on the season. They lost at the buzzer to Green Bay in front of a primetime audience, so they're itching to get back on the field. What concerns us about Santa Clara?
I mean, for as much hype that their defense was getting, I'm actually more impressed with their offense. They went into Detroit and they were up 41 or 33 to 10. They almost gave that one away, right? And so if you're a good defense, you probably shouldn't give up a 28-point lead or whatever they had. They had a big lead, and it came down to 41-33. Come back next week, I think. Forget who they played. Was it the Colts or somebody? But it wasn't that impressive. And then this game last week, to be down and kind of tale of two halves, they got their ass kicked the whole first half, and then they came back second half. Yeah. The offense put it together, even gave them the lead with 37 seconds. But again,
and on the road in Green Bay, night game.
Yeah. Was it in Green Bay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, whatever. Doesn't matter. I don't know if I had a point there.
Oh, no, it wasn't. I'm sorry. No, it wasn't. No,
there you go. That's my point.
It was in Santa Clara. Yeah. I'm sorry. It was in Santa Clara.
That's my point.
Thank you, producers Katie and Courtney, for saving me on that one.
Woo. And me.
Sorry. Send your angry email, Seahawkspod@gmail.com. Look at that. Profesh.
Boom. But so their offense is their offense has impressed me more. You asked me what?
No, I was going to say, and save it for the end of the show, but maybe a bit of a shootout in your prediction coming up later. We'll tease it. So
you got to score points to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what about tight end? I mean, that's a strong position for them. Obviously, George Kittle. The middle of our defense has kind of been exploited so far this season. I mean, his last game against Green Bay, 7 receptions, 92 yards, no touchdowns, but I mean, almost 100 yards just receiving on 7 receptions. He's a beast, right? How are we going to cover him?
I mean, everybody, whole team on him. I'm trying. This is how bad it is. I'm trying to look up. What was it? Conklin? Was that the name of Minnesota's tight end?
Yeah, I don't even know. He had the game of his life.
Yeah. So what do you think Kittle's going to do? That's what I'm trying to go with that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Got the stats here. What did Conklin have? Who I've, no disrespect, Conklin. I'm sure you're great. I've never heard of you. 7 of 70 and a touchdown. And he made some tough catches too.
Right.
Okay. That scares me. Because when you got all-pro Kittle coming in, who I don't think he gets enough credit as a blocker too, and the things he does in that run game. But his run after catch is ridiculous. Guy that can get open and then, turn a big play, running away from guys.
So are we looking at Jordan Brooks? Who do you think? How do they go about covering him?
But Brooks, it's not his fault. He actually played the play pretty well. The touchdown pass to Conklin on that 10-yard out. This is one that I don't know. I'd even maybe bring Diggs down in the box and let Diggs, because that's probably one of our best coverage guys. Okay.
So. Yeah. Well, hopefully we can not let him get away from us on Sunday. What about our tight ends, though? I mean, we brought it up on other episodes. Where have our tight ends been? Because most of the time when they catch the ball, I mean, Disley.
What Disley have? One for 40?
Yeah. He's stiff-arming people down the sideline. And then Gerald Everett looks like every time they throw the ball to Gerald Everett, I think it's DK went and put on a different jersey. They're basically the same build.
Oh, yeah. He can move, too.
Yeah, he can move, really athletic. I mean, get him the ball, right? Well, let's use our tight ends a little more.
Yeah. If they're going to take away our 1 and 2, Lockett and DK, then go inside, man. That's what we have him for, right? And then, again, can Chris Carson get some touches?
Right.
That guy needs, unless he got hurt or something, like, because I didn't see him for a full quarter.
Well, you know what's weird? TV talked about how he might have had a hamstring or something like that, and he was grabbing at it. But then Pete, even after the game, nothing was mentioned about it ever again. So I have no idea what happened there.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. Weird. Okay, Jimmy G. How about Jimmy G? Last game for him, 25 of 40 for – it says 557, but there's no way that's right. I think I have a typo on that. And 2 TDs. He did throw a pick, though, and we know he's prone to some turnovers. But what are your general thoughts about Jimmy G as QB1 for the Niners?
He doesn't scare me.
Okay. So don't you think what do you do then? Stack up against the run? I mean, they aren't setting the world on fire with their running game, though.
Yeah, he had 257. Yeah, I mean, we have to pay attention to –
That makes a lot more sense than 557.
Right? No chance Jimmy G throws for 550.
Well, also 25 completions for 557. That would be amazing.
Yeah, right.
I want to take it to that game.
Yeah, I'm looking at their run game. They did try to run it, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22 runs. So they didn't abandon it, which, when Raheem Mostert's out, and then I don't know, I think they have another guy that's injured too, because Trey was really like Trey Sermon was like their third option. So they haven't abandoned completely, but Jimmy G, show me you can beat us. And look, don't take that as a challenge or personal, Jimmy, because I was talking shit about Josh Allen and he just fucking set the world on fire last week. Yeah. 5 touchdowns, destroyed me in fantasy.
So don't do that again.
Yeah. So, but I'm saying you got to put the ball in his hands. They have to prove they can run the ball.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we got to get to him, right? I mean, do you think we can get to Jimmy G? Because the script is out against the against the Seahawks defense. Get the ball to your hand quick.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what we're going to come out. Do we go back to the 4-3? True under or overlook, and will we see Barton in there at the Sam where KJ used to play?
Well, man, come on, take us inside that meeting room. You've been there. What is going on between Ken Norton Jr. and Pete Carroll this week? Whose defense is this scheme anyway? And because they even came out and said it, we need to look at everything. I mean, what does that mean to you as a former?
Well, I know with all the D linemen, I don't know how many we have. Do we like 10? We kept 5 linebackers with like Radigan on practice squad. That tells me we were geared up personnel-wise for a 5-2, this stick hybrid defense, where it's almost like a 3-4 or like the Bears back in the day, right? 4-6, whatever they were called. So, okay, if that's it, do we have enough linebackers to go back to the 4-3? And that's, generally the issue is like, okay, if one of those linebackers is hurt, we have 4 linebackers. One of them gets hurt, we have no replacement. We're going to have to go nickel defense or stick with the stick defense, the 5-2 look. So we're in kind of a bind in terms of what we can do. Now, if players are telling me that it's a scheme thing and coverage, well, fuck it, boys. We're going man. And if your man catches the ball, you're fucking fired.
Push-ups on the sideline.
Oh, my God. Push-ups. No, just go ahead. Go to the locker room. Let me get that jersey. Yeah, and hand it to the next guy, because that's what I'm saying. We're going, man. We're going to find out wherever that guy goes, you're going.
Well, right? And do you want to see other guys get snaps? I mean, do we do a platoon thing in the secondary here, where Reed and Flowers get 1 series, and then Sidney Jones and Bless Austin or Ryan Neal, anyone else gets a different? I mean, what? Seriously,
I would
on the table.
I would love to see, Neal is one of the biggest playmakers we ever had. Like, every time that guy goes, he picks off a pass. Preseason, regular season. And he's, he's bringing the big hit too. So, I wouldn't mind seeing him. And Sidney Jones, we traded for him. So I'm expecting to see him this week.
Well, and also, I mean, where's our draft pick right now? I mean, I know he's injured, but
he's still injured, right?
It just hurts. You take a guy so early, especially at a position of need, Got to get him back too. Yeah. What about rookie Trey Lance? I mean, every time they bring him in, he scores a touchdown. No.
For real.
I mean, dude, the guy's big. He can move. They bring him in special situations. They're kind of doing this 2 quarterback thing. What do you think of the rookie so far?
Yeah, he looks good. And, even when he was down there, he didn't try to force it. He had a chance to throw to one of the receivers, but they were covered pretty well. So he just said, hey, I'm going to eat it and just get what I can running the ball. And that's rare when you have, especially a rookie taking high, like, oh, everybody's counting on me. But it's just, I love the decision making, or what he was thinking in that process.
Yeah. Balance 7, everybody. Time for a live read. Balance7.com. Before I ask Lofa, is this a must win? Let me read this and get this out of the way. Balance 7. It's an energy drink sort of thing that balances out your pH, gets your alkaline all lined up, get rid of the acids. You have a lot more energy. It's like vitamins or supplements. It's in liquid form. Just 1 ounce a day. That's like taking a shot. Like every time the opposing team runs a screen against our defense, take a shot of Balance 7, especially if it goes for 10 or more yards. And you miss KJ Wright, take a shot of whiskey and then Balance 7.
Balance it out.
Go to balance7.com. Use our promo code.
Bleav?
Yep.
BLEAV.
All caps, $10 off their 32-ounce bottle. The bottle lasts 11 days, which is the perfect amount of time to feel the pH balancing drink go to work. Again, that's balance7.com, promo code Bleav at checkout. Lofa, last week you said no. Is this week a must-win for our Seattle Seahawks?
I don't know if it's a must-win. It's one you don't want to lose, for sure.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. Pete Carroll says that it's a long season ahead and that they'll correct everything and all of that kind of stuff. I think that, look, Seahawk fans obviously are known for freaking out, but we're freaking out. This is a must win. We got to have this one. It's against your rival. It's down in their territory. We're not off to a great start. Yeah, exactly. We're not off to a great start this year. We need to put a full game together. We need to put 4 quarters together. We need to get after their quarterback. We need to intercept the ball. We need to pick the other team off. We need to smash someone in the mouth. We need to establish an identity. And this is the game to do it again in. This is the game. It's against our hated rival. What better time is there?
I'm glad this is recording. I'm glad this is recorded because I'm going to send that to the boys. I don't know if anything will get more hype than that, but
come on.
I'm pretty stoked about that one.
Come on, man. Let's do it, right? Don't you think, though, right? Is that the speech you be given in the locker room pregame as a captain? Come on.
Oh, I guarantee you, when you step into the division, it turns up a notch. Not to like playoff level, but right. It's, especially, we've always gone back and forth with these guys. Prediction, I bet Bobby has a turnover because for some reason he just crushes the Niners every time he plays them. So
yeah. Can you text him? He does well when you text him.
Okay, I'll shoot him a text.
Yeah. All right.
But I'm just saying, I think even before the text, I think, he's gonna get the guys right on defense. Russ get the guys right on offense. But this, not any game means more than the other, but it gets a little more tense in preparation for the divisional opponents, and that's what we're stepping into right now. So
yeah,
I'm looking for a fight.
I want the intensity, dude. And if they end up dropping this one, I don't want to see players smiling for jersey exchange photos after the game. I want the days of the heated and hated rivalry between these two teams. Let's bring the intensity. Let's lay some lumber on somebody. Let's show this league who we are and stop posing for Instagram photos and stop reading your comments and just go out there and play football and come back with a win and party on the plane, right? Right, Wayne? Right, Garth? Party on the plane,
Party
man.
on, Wayne.
Yeah, dude. Absolutely. PlayActionPools.com, everybody. Have your office pools on Play Action Pools. Bleav football pick 'em. Join ours. If you win, you get electric sunglasses or DC shoes. PlayActionPools.com, the greatest place to host your office sports pools. Also, Zone In CBD. Did we do this one yet? ZoneInCBD.com, the best CBD in the business. Sign up for a subscription. Shows up at your front door like clockwork. You never have to think about it again. The capsules, the tinctures, the topicals, the toothpastes.
Soon.
Use our promo code.
Bleav. BLEAV. Hey, is
Off.
that cap sensitive? You've been saying cap sensitive.
Oh, I don't. This one's lowercase on my form. The other ones are all in all caps. So,
Oh, are they?
hey, listen, try it both ways. Okay, you're gonna get something on whatever website you're on. I promise.
Oh my god.
Lofa, prediction time, my friend. You guys out there listening can leave your prescriptions. No, your predictions on our Instagram on game day to try to win an official Seahawk jersey on us. If you nail the prediction, we'll give you our predictions right now. Lofa, how do you see this one shaking out?
Oh, I think it is a high scoring affair. Have not been, really impressed by either defense, the Niners or us. So let's go somewhere in the mid 30s. And I mean, do I dare do it? Do I go against the Hawks just to maybe reverse?
I don't think you ever have.
I haven't.
The history of this show. I only have twice just because I'm scared to do it, but I try not to be a homer. But
I think you were right both times. The other team won both times that you won't be picked against.
I'm not happy about it. Don't believe me.
Oh, I believe you. BLEAV. All right, I'm gonna.
The Hawks. You have to go for the Hawks.
Producer,
I like it. Yes, producer Katie.
You
You're right. I'm going Hawks. Big win, 37.
Whoa,
32. Take that.
37-32.
I went with the crazy numbers just for you.
Okay, guys, if you disagree with me, email us or leave your comment on our Instagram. But I am going to say that unfortunately, you guys, I love our team so much, but I can't just be a homer all the time.
What a loser.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right.
Cat's out of the bag, man.
It brings me no joy. But I say that the Seahawks are going to win this one.
Oh.
No, so it does bring me joy then, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm getting all confused. You guys have me all flustered. My official prediction, because it's always a weird score, is the Seahawks 21 and a half.
Hey. Woo.
To the 49ers 20. I think it's slightly lower scoring, and I think we might just barely squeak this one out. And since I can't win a free jersey anyway, my official prediction is 21 and a half to 20. That's a wrap on the Seahawks podcast, everybody. Thanks for listening. Enjoy the game out there, everybody. We'll all be here for you. I'll be live tweeting during the game. Our official account, Bleav in Seahawks, always live tweeting all weekend long and stuff like that. So interact. We're here to support one another or to cheer with each other, to revel with tears of joy, or to hug each other with tears of sorrow. Stop me. I'm getting poetic, Lofa.
What's the breakdown?
I don't know. Let's break it down, man. What do you got?
My boy Wags always balls against these guys. So
Yeah.
I think Wags bring home a ball. Turnover. Wags gets a turnover on 3.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Wags gets a turnover.